Greetings, comrades! Overkill Cannabis back with part 11 of Brutal Russian Overkill episode 34, Chillax Revisited. I know I did it again. Last video was part 10, not part 9. So that's what happens when there's a long break between videos. You tend to forget what part you're on. Anyway, let's just start let's just continue the slaughter. You know what I've noticed lately? They've been giving me a lot of midnight shifts lately at work, and I'm going to do it again this week. 4 of my 5 shifts this week are all midnight shifts. Pretty strange that. Hold on, let me turn on the music real quick. Just a little bit. Alright, that's better. I guess it's for the best, because it's going to be pretty warm, like around the 90s. I'll admit, this summer, I know it's still going on, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, even though we did hit 112 here last month. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Well, you know, but I still can't wait for fall. One kind of season there. Anyway, oh, you know what? I just got this today. It's Fire Pro Wrestling World. Like, I read an article about it on it wasn't PC Gamer, but I think it's some other site, Kotaku or something. It was just released a few days ago, and it already has like more than 2,000 wrestlers. It has Steam Workshop integrated in it, so you can make your own wrestlers and stuff like that. Yeah, just finished downloading. Can't wait to try it out. I'm gonna try it out after I make this video. I don't play wrestling because I used to. I think the last wrestling I ever played was WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 on the 360. You know, my nephew was spending the summer and he brought that with him. Figured, been a while since I played it, because before that I haven't touched a wrestling game since the Nintendo 64. You know, the WCW, WWF. I think before that the last wrestling game I played was WCW Mayhem. I've been playing a few wrestling games, mainly WCW, because that's what I was into at the time. You know, Hollywood Hogan, Randy Savage, rest in peace. All these other well-known wrestlers. I mean, WWF had some well-known wrestlers too, like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember playing WWF Attitude, which is actually the previous game Warzone had it too. You could create your own wrestler. That's what I was into at the time. You know, games where you can create your own character and stuff. Like, gives it a makes it a unique experience. Instead of playing with these pre-made characters, you can make your own. Which is why I like games like Skyrim and why I liked Mass Effect back in the day. Big Red. So not too many monsters left. But yeah, can't wait to try that game. I heard it's early access, that Fire Pro Wrestling World, but from what I've seen so far, it looks fun. Again, I don't play wrestling games that much, but you can make your own wrestlers, and I'm curious how in-depth it's going to be. I always want to pit Randy Savage, or Goldberg against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Or Randy Savage versus The Rock. That would have been a matchup for the ages. I wonder if Kurt Hennig is in there, Mr. Perfect. I'm pretty sure it's given that all the big wrestlers someone's going to make. I'm only going to download the big names like Hulk Hogan, of course Randy Savage. He was one of my favorite wrestlers in the day. Too bad he passed away. Back in the day, I preferred WCW over WWF. It wasn't. WWF was good too, but I just preferred WCW. Mainly because of Randy Savage. And the other wrestlers weren't too bad either. Remember Rey Mysterio Jr., who's in WWE now. And Booker T, he was also in WWE now. Lex Luger. I remember Sting, man, he was pretty cool back in the day. Morgus Rictus. Didn't he like sign up with TNA and then sometime later he retired? I know he retired, I just forgot when. Whoa, shit, 4,000 monsters in this map. I'll just let the Vindicator do them out real quick. Yeah, for those that don't know, I am playing Painkiller music. Jesus Christ. Yeah, at least I have janitor mode on, so I'll clean out some of the blood stuff. I think we're gonna change the blood settings a bit. We're gonna have it on edgy as fuck. I want to see the other settings, how bloody they are. See, as I mentioned, even with the overclocked 6600K, 16 gig DDR4 RAM, and a GTX 960 superclocked, there's still gonna be some lag. But can you really blame me? These are maps filled with monsters. Look, Resurrecting Gibbs. Yeah, I won't have another video up till next Thursday because I go back to work tomorrow, morning shift tomorrow, but it's a short one, just 6 hours. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of evening shifts next week, or the midnight shifts. Only 34 hours this week. I'm trying to average 35, but I worked a pretty good deal last few weeks, so it should be okay. Oh. I mean, geez, all that. I haven't killed half of the map. Might as well let that one over here. Let that do its work. I might quick save just in case it freezes or something. Okay. Yeah, probably for the lag, it's pretty much to be expected. All the shit going on. Okay, let me quick save real quick. Yeah, might as well save that one. Yeah, still a bunch of monsters to kill. It's just I'm going to change the blood now. So, let's see, Brutal Doom options, Japanese cartoon, overdrawn at blood bath or something, realistic, brutal. Let's go and do brutal. It might take effect on the next map. Maybe it's taking effect right now. Okay, let's try realistic. Okay, let me save again. Okay, let's go and reload. Yeah, it's still laggy as fuck. Oh well, this is pretty much to be expected. Okay, pick back up a little bit. Ooh, the bear is still insane amount of gibs and stuff on the ground. Terror mode isn't quite doing its job. Let's do its job, or Johnson will be sent to Russian gulag. How long have I been at this squad anyway? Like, yeah, 11 videos. This one, there's still a few more maps. This is map 39. We still have 147 maps. I'd say at least one more video, given the of course lag because of all the flood and stuff. Still an insane amount of blood. Again, to be expected. Over the next map is loaded with monsters. Yeah, ran that 6,000 monster map pretty good. But I think here it's because the enemies are so close together and there's so many dying at once. That's what's causing the frame rate drop. You know, again, it's to be expected. What like this, only feature WADs won't be this much slowdown. Yes. Still at least 1,000 monsters left to wipe out. Let's give me one of these. I wonder how easy Fire Pro Wrestling was going to play. I think it's sports controller. Yeah, I don't see what kind of characters people have made. You know what I want to do? I want to put Randy Savage against a Kamen Rider. I wouldn't be surprised if someone made at least one Kamen Rider. I mean, Fire Pro Wrestling was from Japan, after all. Alright. Yeah. It's a giant cross. Watch, this whole thing's gonna lower, isn't it? Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, better kill the Lost Soul Spammer. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this run and yeah. I think it still has plenty of sunscreen. I still need to get a second towel. I mean, I do have one, but it's kind of small. I'm trying to get one that's a little bigger. I probably won't need it too much tomorrow, since I'm only working 6 hours tomorrow. Now, I might, no promises, I might get one more video out tomorrow. Just get this, put this video in the books, or this episode in the books. Yeah, won't have another video up till Thursday after that. Which, you know, give me time to find good, another one. I'm trying to find one I haven't played before, to mix things up a bit. Because most of the WADs I've played to this point are WADs I've, well, not all of them, but a good portion of them are WADs I've played before, or heard a good amount about. Try to go for the lesser known ones that you don't really see videos of too much about. Yeah, again, this is to be expected. Still a pain elemental somewhere. Jesus Christ. My computer can run Crisis, but it can't run Chillax. Strange how that works. Where's the exit? Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay, thank God. Suicide assured. And not really. I mean, yeah, if you're not using Russian Overkill in this one, yeah. Alright, much more playable frame rate this time around. Yeah. Do the flying elbow drop on a Kamen Rider. Or, you know, Hulk Hogan do a leg drop on a grizzly bear. Yeah, so I made a grizzly bear as a wrestler. I want to see what kind of... Wow, I've done all the... some of my well-known wrestlers first. And then I'll find some of the more wacky ones. Like, I hope there's a Kamen Rider wrestler. That would be awesome. Like, I don't care what Kamen Rider. It could be... I'm hoping for Double. He's my favorite Kamen Rider. Him and Decade. Okay. Hey, it could be any Kamen Rider. It could be Kamen Rider X8, the newest Kamen Rider. Or it could be the very first Kamen Rider. I don't care. I want to pick Macho Man Randy Savage against a Kamen Rider. That will make my day. Well, certainly will. Always gonna spam the Cyber Demons. Why not? Evidence. This map 40. I'll say at least one more video. This episode will be done and over with. Two Spider Masterminds. Destroy them in one shot. Yeah, I think sometime next month I'm finally gonna get around to getting Overwatch. Mainly the only reason I joined Battle.net or whatever it's called now, just get the classic Diablo games and StarCraft. I might get Diablo 3. I enjoyed it on the consoles because it's a little more streamlined. Plus, it's not DRM. You know, it doesn't require an online connection for you to be able to play it. Still in the books. Depends on how much it is. I might get it when it's on sale. And I still haven't played StarCraft 2. After all these years, I still haven't played StarCraft 2. I played the original StarCraft. In fact, I had the original StarCraft games. Now this is the free. May or may not get the remastered version. Now, these days I prefer RTSs like Supreme Commander and Ashes of the Singularity, where you control like huge numbers of units and you're not restricted by a unit cap. I mean, Supreme Commander you were, but it's a huge unit cap, and Ashes of the Singularity, theoretically, you can make the unit cap as large as you want, provided you have enough quanta. For some reason, these things aren't coming down. Okay. I was killing the enemies too quickly, so... I also might get Titanfall 2 later, though. I might uninstall the first Titanfall since there's hardly anyone playing it. No surprise, given that, Titanfall 2 is already out. And it surpasses the original in every way. I played the original Titanfall on the 360. It was definitely fun. I didn't have an Xbox One, and of course I'm never going to get an Xbox One because I'm kind of done with consoles. Even though I might still get a PS2 later down the road for emulation purposes. It's gonna be a little drawn out. Let me change the music real quick. Wait, wrong thing. Or maybe turn it up a bit. There we go. Finally. Okay, apparently these doors are timed. Like, it's taking into account that you're not using a overpowered weapon mod. So you actually take your time killing the enemies. And plus, because you're not using Brutal Doom, that they don't move fast and have an insane amount of health. Though it can still be a drawn-out fight if you're not prepared. Okay, I'm tired of waiting. Let's just, Oh. Okay, so... Here. Just... Okay. Cat can even spawn. Spam. So where's that blue key door? Well, there's blue key switch. That. I think there's that's where I started. Can't believe I missed these. Oh well. Mayhaps something open over here? I think okay, I still need the red key to raise those. I haven't been here yet, so... Alright. Yeah, Prayers is using supports exclusively for the rest of this episode. Because I can. Why isn't it open? Just okay. Kill a decent amount of enemies there. I still have half the map to go. They'll all come out in, like, what, 30 seconds? Yeah, go getting across that. Well, realistically, it's not nearly as much blood. Still a lot of blood, though, all things considered. Right, now I can get up there. Mayhaps get the red key, provided it's not trap. Well, kinda wasn't. Okay. Alright. See how it is now. Do your trip back to hell. Russian. So now we get the red key. Switch. I'm pretty sure this is where the real fun begins. Yep, can already see the Cyber Demons. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention, there's a game I was not expecting to come on Steam. Wild Arms Reloaded. Y'all remember Wild Arms on the... Oh no, not Wild Arms, Wild Guns. That's what I should say. Y'all know that on-rail shooter on the Super Nintendo? That was a fun game. I remember playing that back in the day. Well, they released a reloaded version for it. Wild Guns Reloaded. Has 2 new characters, apparently improved graphics, and new levels and stuff like that. Looks cool, but I'm not sure if it's worth $20. It's on sale right now for 25% off, but still a little on the pricey side for me for a classic game. I need yellow key, but I'm not sure where it is. Oh, it's over here. There you are. Up off the perch. I finally got around to playing the first Quake game, but I downloaded what was it? Called Quake Spasm or whatever. It's a sort of source port for Quake, and fun little guide to install it, and it runs pretty well, but for some reason I can't use a mouse to select anything on the menu. I have to use the arrow keys, which pretty weird, but okay. But it runs really smooth, though for some reason the zombies are invisible. You know, when they like throw their limbs, throw their guts at you or whatever. I remember them, they were kind of creepy. And for some reason they appeared invisible. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they download a texture pack or something, I'm not sure. first. Alright. Yep, so now we can get the yellow key. Okay. Still a bunch of monsters to kill. I'm pretty sure they'll come out as soon as I, or they're spawning right now. Because it's slowing down a good bit. Well, we can't quite exit just yet, comrades. Okay, let me, quick save real quick, just in case it locks up on me. Just let's just stay back in the little spawn area. Let's just break for it. There we go. Hollowed grounds. Clear this out real quick. Map 41. And I'm going to end this video here. It's going a little longer. Other videos are like 40 minutes because again they're huge maps. Heck, one entire video was dedicated to one map because it was so freaking huge. Anyway, this is part 11 of Brutal Russian Overkill, episode 34, Chillax Revisited, and I might have the finale for this up tomorrow, sometime in the evening, because I get off at 1 tomorrow, and my sister's coming over again, so she comes over every 2 weeks, you know, no, a little, yeah, she just comes over every 2 weeks, you know. That's all I can say. Anyway, this is Unforgiving Caleb, signing out.